And that we are here with them now, holding their hands and supporting them in this current situation. Past, present and future, it doesn't matter. All is known in the quantum field that we are operating within. Let us now extend this wave of love and compassion to include all of our brothers and sisters on the planet right now. Those who are in situations that cause distress, pain, suffering, or it could just be uncertainty and that worry and anxiety that comes with uncertainty. Just sending waves of love, and that they reconnect and establish themselves with feeling peaceful and loved and cared for, and that someone is right now in this moment thinking of them, holding their hands and just being with them. Holding the most benevolent outcome possible. And you may gently place your hands on your lap as we now move a little closer to Kryon and the circle of 12.
Greetings, dear ones. I'm Kryon. Come a little closer. This is the circle of 12. It is sequestered to the members who want to know more about the majesty of themselves. That's who's here. Every single week we take perhaps another short adventure across the bridge to visit an energy which is very specific. It's specific because it is basically unknown. What would be the energy of someone's soul? Well, the first thing we have told you and that you know about, and we've said many times, is that it's your soul, but it doesn't really have the human name on it that's your name. Because that particular part of the soul experience called the human expression, it's happened many times and it's temporary. But the soul is not. Your soul, your home, where you, the angel that you are, belongs. That particular name is one we know. That particular name we've told you before. We sing to you. It can even be sung in light. That ought to tell you the attributes of what is truly on that which is the other side of the veil. It is a multi-dimensional experience. We have said this so many times that you might simply get used to the word but not understand the word. What it means is that there are multiple realities all at once. And so it would be more than confusing. It would be something difficult even to navigate for a human being. For when time is everywhere at the same time, when there is now, which is past, present, and future at the same time, when there is a oneness with everything, that is a difficult reality for any human being to understand. And that's why I'm with you. There is great love here in all those tonight who want to show themselves to you. We're going to do something different. It's different than we've ever done in the Circle of 12. We want to show you potentials, possibilities, a little bit of the future, perhaps, in your own way. I'll show you what I mean. There's a bridge before us that we will cross as we always do, from the known to the unknown. Please do this with me in all seriousness, cognizing who you are as magnificent, don't just visualize it, do it with me. Cross the bridge, take my hand. Dear ones, every single week we do this. It never gets old for me. For this is me taking a three-dimensional human being to the ultimate place of peace, their home of their own soul, the home of their own soul, where your creation was, you might say. I remind you that you have no beginning and no end, because this place, if you want to call it that, is not in 3D. There is no timeline here. You always were, and you always will be. I'll say that many times, perhaps, before you understand the immensity and the majesty of who you might be as a soul in this universe, in this galaxy, for what we're supposed to be perhaps participating in tonight, if you have chosen to do it with me. I want you to cognize the reality of where you are right now. Is it possible that I have taken you inside, across a bridge that goes within instead of without, to that which is your soul, which permeates the cells of your body as well as permeates the outer space that is around you? That's the beauty of being multi-dimensional. Reality is suspended completely, and here you are, yet again. I'm going to take you through that door as we always do, and it means we are going somewhere. That's what the door means. And you go into an enormous room. Perhaps it's not a room. Perhaps it's an enormous platform. Doesn't matter. You are standing there, and it's going to take your breath away. If you will visualize what I tell you, what is happening, you stand in front of outer space. You may stand on a platform in outer space. This is not really a room at all. There is no ceiling. There are no walls. You stand there, and the immensity, the beauty of the star field that you can only imagine is before you. Now, this star field is not the one perhaps you would have seen on the planet. When it's a very dark night and perhaps you have been out in the wilderness and the light from the stars seems to be more intense and you might see the Milky Way, it's as good as it gets for a human. Because of the lack of the eyesight that you might have even at night to see the real picture, only the stars up front show. Only the ones nearby show, even though there seems to be millions of them. Have you seen any of the photos from the most current telescopes that you have in space of what a star field really looks like? What the galaxy looks like? Where you might even see galaxies in the distance. You can see so well. That's the star field you see right now. You're looking at the entire picture. It fills that night sky because there's no sun shining for you here. It fills that night sky with millions and millions of dots of light. The stars from far away, the stars from near are all there, and you're looking at all of them. Some of you may sense what is next, and I want to make this as real as it can be for you. Some of you are sensing what's coming. I told you in channel, and you have heard before, that this galaxy of yours is teeming, literally, with life. There's life everywhere. Why would you for a moment think that the physics and the attributes of your planet were completely and totally removed and unique from everywhere else? That's not logical. What happened here has happened so many other places. And we went on to tell you that these other places have many kinds of life, some of them simply microbial, but it's everywhere. But then there's the kind that's like you. The kinds where you'd have those inhabitants on a planet, for whatever reasons, have been seeded with that which is from the stars, again, that you're looking at, of ascension. In other words, a system within that has the ability to have a soul, to inhabit a body and have a soul at the same time. The human being, for instance. How many planets out there are there with human kinds of life looking a great deal like you, that have the same kinds of things happening, or did, like you, and that also have the love and compassion of the Creator inside themselves? How many? You can't count them. They're everywhere. It's normal, dear ones, for this to take place. Not all life that is humanoid looking has this, but there are many. There are many. And we're going to say tonight, they are identified as your star family. And in this myriad of life in the galaxy that has ascension planets, and those who are on the planets who perhaps are a million years ahead of you in order to get there in an advanced consciousness, among those, I will tell you, there is a technology of consciousness of multidimensional travel. They know you. They haven't been here. They're waiting for you to calm down and be less of a warring planet. They're waiting for a consciousness shift to occur, which is starting now. They have been waiting for what is actually happening right now on this planet at the moment. A shift of dark and light. They all went through that, the same one. I want you to do something with me right now. And if you are receiving this transmission correctly, it may take your breath away. You're standing in your soul, a multidimensional place, and with authority and love. I want you to say this: if you're out there, show me. Star family, I love you. If you're out there, show me. And now, together, let's watch the star field. And one by one, you start to see certain ones glow bigger. Slowly, one by one, and then in tens, and then in 20s, the whole sky starts to light up in certain areas where they're actually saying to you, your name, as you stand there, we are here. We always have been. Welcome to the family. Can you imagine yourself standing there in all of this amazement and all of this love? Can you? As they identify themselves one by one, their stars are glowing at you to say, we're here, we're here, we're here. There is so much ascended life in this galaxy waiting to meet you. What a deal. What a time. I wanted you to see it. I wanted you to see it. Can you stay and just enjoy this? Stay and enjoy this for a moment as the star family loves you, starts to identify itself to you, and says, we love you too. We've always been here. We've been waiting for you. And so it is.